DOL.STUDIO presents Sourcing Smart and Green Products and People Globally. We're sharing recent local news and business insights in green and blue economy. Listen, like, share, and connect with us. Greetings, my name is Doll. I'm a precision machinist with over 15 years experience in robotics and AI automation, specialized in sustainable manufacturing and climate solutions. I coach women through technical and vocational education and skills training to become highly qualified personnel in STEM. DOL.STUDIO presents Sourcing Smart and Green Products and People Globally. The Ontario News Weekly Wrap-Up, Year 23, Week 10. Information from the Open Government Newsroom, courtesy of King's Printer for Ontario, 2023. Court Bulletin: Workplace Fatality results in $110,000 fine for Brantford Roofing Company. Convicted, Jackson Roofing and Son Contracting, Inc., at 332 Johnson Road, Brantford, Ontario. News release: Ontario announces changes to parliamentary assistant roles. Today, Premier Doug Ford announced changes to his team of parliamentary assistants to better support the government's plan to build Ontario. News release: Ontario helping address supply chain shortage of fertilizer. The Ontario government is taking aim at supply chain issues that are causing fertilizer shortages by investing in 10 new and innovative projects as part of the $2 million Fertilizer Challenge. Funding through the Fertilizer Challenge is supporting Ontario-made solutions to increase the availability of fertilizer options, alternatives, and technology, ensuring that farmers have the tools they need so that Ontarians can rely on a safe, stable, and growing food supply. News release: Ontario preparing students for the jobs of the future. The Ontario government is implementing a new high school graduation requirement to help better prepare students across our province for the jobs of tomorrow. Starting with students entering grade 9 on September 2024, all students will now be required to earn a grade 9 or 10 technological education credit as part of their Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Bulletin: Ontario ensuring public safety against dangerous hunting practices. The Ontario government is safeguarding the public against unsafe and illegal hunting practices by ensuring hunters follow the rules while hunting white-tailed deer. News release: Ontario invests in inclusive and accessible communities. The Ontario government is investing $750,000 to help communities across the province become more inclusive and accessible for people of all ages and abilities. Ontario connecting children and youth with specialized care. The Ontario government is investing $97 million over 3 years to launch a pilot program at 3 major hospitals in Toronto, Hamilton, and Ottawa, to help children and youth with complex special needs, such as developmental and intellectual disabilities, mental health concerns, chronic conditions, and physical disabilities, connect to the highly individualized and specialized care they need. News release: Ontario expands employment services to help more people find good jobs. Ontario is expanding the province's new employment services to 5 more regions to help more people who can and are able to work find better jobs and earn bigger paychecks for themselves and their families. The improved system will help thousands of unemployed people in London, Windsor, Sarnia, Kitchener-Waterloo, Barrie, Durham, and Ottawa find rewarding jobs close to home. News release: Ontario helping more students enter the skilled trades faster. The Ontario government is preparing young people for in-demand and well-paying careers by allowing students in grade 11 to transition to a full-time skilled trades apprenticeship program. Upon receiving their certificate of apprenticeship, these young workers can apply for their Ontario Secondary School diploma as mature students. At a time when the province continues to face historic labor shortages, this change means that more students will be able to enter the trades faster than ever before to help build Ontario. News release: Ontario restoring legislative building at Queen's Park. Today, the Ontario government introduced the Queen's Park Restoration Act 2023, which, if passed, will establish a ministry called the Queen's Park Restoration Secretariat to oversee the planning and renovation of the legislative building at Queen's Park, including the temporary relocation of operations. Court Bulletin: Province seizes 1,360,000 unmarked cigarettes. Description of seizures: Ministry of Finance investigators conducted a 2-day operation on January 11 and 12, 2023, which resulted in the seizure of 1,360,000 unmarked cigarettes. 2 people were charged with offenses under the Tobacco Tax Act. Court Bulletin: Wood Waste Disposal Operator and Director fined $160,000 for Environmental Protection Act violations. Convicted: 2423704, Ontario Limited, operating as BioNorth Technology Real Estate Limited, and Frank Benincasa. Court Bulletin: Dairy farm operator fined $50,000 for Ontario Water Resources Act violation. Convicted: Alette Holsteins Limited. Court Bulletin: Waste Management Company fined $343,000 plus VFS for Environmental Protection Act violations. Convicted: GFL Environmental Inc. Court Bulletin: Individual fined $50,000 for illegally constructing a road in Melon Lake Conservation Reserve, Addington Highlands. Convicted: Rory Dimitrov. Court Bulletin: Cement Manufacturing Company fined $200,000 for Environmental Protection Act violation. Convicted: Lafarge Canada Inc. News release: Ontario approves First Nations-led plan for the road to the Ring of Fire. The Ontario government has approved the terms of reference designed and submitted by Webequie First Nation and Martin Falls First Nation for an all-season, multi-use road connecting to the proposed Ring of Fire mining development area. The Northern Road Link will connect the 2 First Nations communities and the critical mineral deposits in the Ring of Fire to the Ontario Highway Network, helping to secure a supply chain for electric vehicle manufacturing in Ontario. The province made the announcement today at the Prospectors and Developers Association of Canada, PDAC, annual convention in Toronto. Show some love with a like and share. Connect with us at DOL.STUDIO on social media. We want to hear from you. Subscribe for more local news, business insights, investment trends, and infrastructure developments. This podcast was sponsored by #WithLove Inc. community organization. All things done, #WithLove. Sourcing smart and green products and people globally.